Up next on UBC, brought to you by
Keep the lights on. Use Airtel Money to pay for all your Yaka bills conveniently. Open the My Airtel app to buy Yaka units. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
It's a very special day to feel alive. It's a very special day to be here because today it's a very special edition. I'm telling you, in my hands, I hold a book called The Untold Story of John KATUMBA. You guys know him. If you don't know him and you've been living under a rock, this man is the youngest ever to contest for the post of the president.
I'm excited to be before you and happy. The information was there. Twagala Katumba waffe yamanye ebizibu byaffe sembere eno kijoni kyaffe.
One would say you're so young to write a memoir because this is a memoir. Memoirs are written by people who are, I'm assuming, 60s and who have lived life. But Katumba, you have an entire life to live. Why write a memoir at this age?
To start with, if someone is saying false information about you, you have to leave something. Even if it's not with you, he will sit alone and be like, this is reality. And most of the books that are written, they are through experience.
And good evening. It's a very warm welcome to the best of the good life. My name is Rogo. It's a very special day to feel alive. It's a very special day to be here because today it's a very special edition. I'm telling you, in my hands, I hold a book called The Untold Story of John KATUMBA. You guys know him. If you don't know him and you've been living under a rock, this man is the youngest ever to contest for the post of the president. Now, barely a week after the elections, this man released this amazing book. Today, I'm going to be delving into this whole book. The man himself is right here with me in spirit and in body. So stick around as I introduce to you the incredible man himself, Katumba Oye, the one and only. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Katumba oye?
Yeah. Fine boy Koli Johnny, Katumba Vuligeti, and the music on the beat. DJ Cream on a feki. Katumba to the left, Katumba to the right, Katumba in.
Katumba oye?
Katumba left, Katumba right, Katumba in, Katumba yeah. Katumba left.
Greetings to you, all Ugandans and the world at large. My name is John KATUMBA, former presidential candidate. I'm excited to be before you and happy. But I really need to thank, and I want to thank all those ones who invested in me to make me who I am. My friends, my family, and all the Ugandans that did what they could. In Uganda we have a saying, etasima ebula ajiwa. Yeah, in Uganda we have a saying, etasima ebula ajiwa. So me, I'm so humbled to be before you. That at least in Uganda you made someone else. Mu Uganda nela tulina olugero olugamba ewakula ennume tewakula emu. I come from a humble background, like everyone. Not like everyone, but me, I come from a humble background. And 2020, I graduated with Makerere University Business School with a bachelor's in transport and logistics and other certificates added. onto motor aviation and other transport areas. But maybe what I learned, I exposed it, that I'm a good material. But basically, I'm so happy that at least in this young generation we having of youth, I'm happy that I'm one of them that has showed the whole Uganda that we can. With the youth, we have the ability, we have the potential. And I also thank the Almighty that He made me who I am. Maybe if it wasn't Him, where would I have been by now? My childhood, I grew up from a humble background. I lost my parents at the age of 2. And I had no one family thing. I grew up in different families, but they raised me because of the love they had towards me. I grew up as an orphan. I went to Zion Hill Standard Academy, that is in Biko, Chizungu Zone. I went to Central View High School. Then from Central View High School, I joined the Makerere University. They outsourced me to Makerere Business School. I also managed to move an extra mile with the Pan-Africanism in me and my loved country, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. I tried to contest as a presidential candidate of Uganda. And I did not just contest, but I did a good work. And I still have the love for my nation. I love Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. This is the Pearl of Africa.
As mentioned earlier, today I decided to come back and sit down with a friend of mine, the most loved president we had, Katumba Oye, the sensational, the kid wonder, the person that everybody loves to see. You see, whenever you smile, Mr. Katumba, it's like every problem is gone.
Yeah.
There's that peacefulness that resonates with you, especially when you smile. Everybody's like, if Katumba is smiling, everybody will smile. I'm happy to have you back.
Me too.
Thank you very much for agreeing to sit down with me, because it has been a while.
Who am I?
You've been lost on everybody's eyes. Ku TV tetukyakulaba, interviews tetugamba waayi mukulu Katumba yagenda. Ko nze nange ne ngamba kamunoonye nzije ntuuleko wano naawe. Oli otya?
Gye ndi oli otya?
Obulamu bubadde butya? Bugenda butya?
Very fine, bubadde bulungi nnyo.
Weeyagala?
Yeah.
How is this place at large, your locality?
We are, in spite of the insecurities that are rising here and there.
By the way, as a person who stood for such a big office like the president, what's your opinion on the insecurity you're seeing around people being terrorized with pangas and stuff?
The thing is, we need to go back to the neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch?
Yes, where your neighbor
is your security.
And we should work together as a team, as Ugandans, because our enemy right now is of us, we Uganda. Now, what I can see is that, first of all, whoever is trying to do or to killing someone is not the easiest way to
It's not even a solution.
It is not a solution. Though, even if you're trying to create intimidation, you don't kill someone. You have to. I know the price of life, because I know what it takes to breathe in and out. And I know what it takes if someone loses a mother or a father, even if a grandfather, that family left behind.
Mr. Katumba, what surprises you most in life?
Honestly speaking, the way things are happening. To be honest, you hear, like, for example, you hear on TV someone has killed so and so. You watch and hear, and you wonder, Why are they doing so? It surprises you. Life is very expensive. It is hard to gain. It is hard to be with. Why are they doing so? I get surprised. There are things that are done. Imagine, you come. Actually, that's why I told Jaja, Jaja, that your enemy comes within. You have to do what we call a checkup within. Even if they could come from out, but within and out. That's what I can say. But what surprises me, one day I got so surprised when the first call of the first person that was given money to was a fake note. Can you imagine? Gain back that patriotic love of your nation. No one will love your nation like you do. And your great-grandchildren, your ancestors are going to be here. You can go out, but there are family members that are going to stay here. Why don't we enjoy our part of Africa? Bad cannot take away bad. It is good to take away bad.
Now that you got back, should I presume you got back your normal life? Elections are done.
I did. Apart from insecurities, I got back my normal life.
How does it feel? Do you have a life outside politics?
I do a lot.
You seem like a man who is so overwhelmed with politics.
No.
You're always stuck in politics.
No.
What is that life like?
My life is more of innovation. Find a problem and a solution there and then. Okay, those some solutions, they take long to be implemented. But I have life, I enjoy music, you know.
Yeah, you pushed out a video after I interviewed you, which was amazing.
The video, it was politics behind it with the people I did it with, but...
Tell me about that. We never spoke about it because I interviewed you before the video. And funny enough, after the interview, everything came out. The video and later on the book, I was like, come on, come on. What was the idea? Whose idea was it? First of all, the video.
The video, a young man came to me and he was too excited. He was too excited. And I loved his song. In me, personally, I loved that song. Because to me, the information was there. Twagala Katumba waffe, yamanye ebizibu byaffe, sembere eno, kijoni kyaffe. So, at first, it wasn't bad, but later, politics entered into it, and you know.
You know, it had two different kind of reactions. Some people liked it a lot, and others sort of criticized it.
You know, what I saw in this world is that criticizers are more than the lovers. Are you aware of that? But what I like about criticizers, they make the wrong right. Because the lover will tell you, you know what, that's amazing, I like it. But indirectly, they don't.
So you'd rather have somebody tell you a hard truth?
Yes, they do. Now, when you tell me the hard truth, man, I won't sleep. I will make sure that I make the wrong right.
How does it feel like, Mr. Katumba, going out in the world or going outside your house? Do you still get the same attention, the same reception as before?
Yeah, they do. Let me tell you, whoever loved me genuinely. Apart from the few mockers who are there to mock, because I did what they couldn't. But those who have seen the country growing, more so Uganda, and with the young generation, with the youth, who knows what it takes to be where you are, they love me genuinely.
That's good. That's good to know that you still have hardcore fans.
I have. They call me every now and then.
Do you miss that life? Do you miss the privileges? Do you miss the convoy? Do you miss the escorts? Do you miss that?
They were giving me back like the security and sort of, but I said,
You should have it.
yeah, it is there. Let them operate it around me, but not me to deal with it. Because more security, more expenditures. How will I get time and money of innovating, yet I'm spending on what would have been spent by the government?
One of the things that I would love to talk about, as I told you before when I came here, is the book. You pushed out a memoir. Very interesting. Chilling goes on a break. We shall be back shortly with Mr. Katumba, oh yeah, himself, the one and only, in body and spirit, right here with me. Don't go anywhere and don't touch that dial. Please stay with us. Stagatum.
Yes, sir.
But you never cease to amuse me. The first time we met, you played a piano.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, that was edited. He wasn't the one. And Tinera, we played a record that you just imitated and synced.
Yes.
You really play instruments.
I try. That's what I can say. I try.
These were church hymns.
I like them so much. Yeah, through them, the chains are broken.
And your faith, your Christian faith, is unquenched.
I love my God. Because now, I have no father, I have no mother. Who would have been the father to me?
Definitely God.
Who would have been the mother to me?
God.
I know where He has picked me from. I don't know whether others do, but He has picked me from far.
Mr. Katumba, the untold story of John Katumba. Please tell me about this. How did the idea come to fall on your lap?
You know, the idea came in a situation where everyone was talking different from the reality. Katumba is a mole. Katumba...
They had their own stories.
Everyone had a story.
Wanted to clear it out.
Yeah, and I'm sure 100 years from now, there will be people that will be asking about John Katumba. I'm sure they will be.
Because of the legacy.
Yeah, the record should be left behind.
Wow.
Yes.
So was that the idea behind it?
Yeah, to explain and to inspire the youth. We are going through a lot. We are going through a lot. And I'm so challenged that our leaders are not aware of us. There are different generations, but now we are growing up in a generation that is going fast. And our brains are also running fast. But the situation is putting us down.
One would say you're so young to write a memoir, because this is a memoir. Memoirs are written by people who are, I'm assuming, 60s and who have lived life. But Katumba, you have an entire life to live. Why write a memoir at this age?
To start with, if someone is saying false information about you, you have to leave something. Even if it's not with you, he will sit alone and be like, this is a reality. And most of the books that are written, they are through experience. And I want also to share my ideas with other people. Now, there is a point where I feel like you're out of everything. You can't move. You've lost everything. In this book you'll read and you'll be like, if Katumba tried to do this, I can also.
Mr. Katumba, what should one expect buying this book and wanting to read it for the first time? What should be their first expectation?
This book has some laws that I sat down through some experience I got. I had to put these laws down. And some laws, once you break one, you end up losing others. Like, for example, the law of use. Anything you don't use, you lose. You are aware of that. For example, every day you don't use, you will lose it. So there are some successful laws that will make you successful.
There is a compelling picture at the back. Tell me more about this picture.
This
it's
picture,
you with almost Jaja's cap.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yes.
doesn't it look like Jaja's cap?
Yeah.
Our president's cap?
Yes. My phone, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, tell me
I
about it.
took this pic around Zombo.
Which year? And what time?
That is 2019, around August. There.
Who came up with the idea of the whole cover, of the size of the book, and the pages looking like this, the style of writing? Whose idea was it?
When I talked much about, when I'm going to do something, I call my team and tell them, you know what, my team, I think we should write a book. You listen to everyone's idea. Now, you can't be everything. There are those who are good at doing this, who are good at doing that. So, what I can say, the photo, it was me who took it.
True.
And this one, it was me who did that.
True.
But the designs were done by also another colleague of mine. And even inside here, these ones were designed by a company that came and picked a story from me, and I told them, I want a book that is not that with a hard volume that is big, but that one which is easy to read and to move with.
Okay, tell me about the distribution. How is the distribution like? Do you sell it?
Before it wasn't in any shop, but I'm trying to give it to shops, like bookshops and sort of. And soon I'm expecting to put it in supermarkets, okay, so that people can buy.
It would be a very good one.
Yes, however, Glovo came and reached out to me. It is on Glovo now, Glovo.
Okay.
It called me and they asked for a book, and I'm like,
Well, do you have an electronic version?
Amazon reached out to me.
Okay.
Yeah, and they gave me opportunity.
And did you certify their qualities or their criteria?
Yes, and it is already there on Amazon. Actually, it is Amazon that called me. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What else do you want?
Even on my website, it is there on www.johnkatumba.com. My social media at Real John Katumba, it is there. My YouTube, you can find there. Soon I'm going to get the audio version and the Luganda version because some people don't know English. Yeah, it is.
Well, Mr. Katumba, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I want to have this again next time.
Yeah. Hopefully, by His grace. We shall. Maybe you will find me in the State House. Who knows?
I won't wait that far. Yes. I can't wait that far because it has to take another term.
Yeah, I need to leave something behind. Okay. The Bible says, oba Bible egamba nti abo abeegulumiza Katonda alibateeka wansi n'abo abeetoowaza, those who are humble, God will lift them high. So my fellow youth, you don't need to be, to know, to fight, to do all that. I don't meaning fighting, killing one another and sort of. You don't need to do that. All you need is to be humble and ask God to guide you. Everything will just move on smoothly.
Mr. Katumba, oh yeah, a man full of words that are very graceful and very peaceful. Please go everywhere. Go on Glovo, go on Amazon, and if you want to get a hard copy of this, how can they do that? You say they are not yet in market.
What they can do, they can go on my Facebook page, yes, at Real John Katumba, my Twitter handle at Real John Katumba.
Order.
Yeah, you order or you inbox me. Even my WhatsApp number 0778 84 9457. It has never changed ever since I started it.
But do you personally manage it yourself?
I do. Okay. When you called, who picked you?
Yes, you are. I could have a different number. The
number you called is my number.
Some people complain that whenever they call you, tebakufuna.
No, the thing is, if you call, like you, when you called, and I was in a meeting, so I had you sent me a text message. After I read the text message, immediately I got back to you.
The Untold Story of John Katumba, an amazing book. It's not too big and it's not too small either. You can read this, everybody, for those that really don't want to read materials. It's a very interesting story. This gentleman talks about his life. He talks about the challenges that he faced whilst during the elections. He talks about each and everything, and he also there's an icing on the cake whereby he brings out some interesting quotes and a few guidelines, to help you in life. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. Until next time.
Do not forget Katumba Oye.
Who can forget? I cannot dare forget. Yes. On 2, 3, Katumba Oye. Bye guys. Have a good evening and take care.
God bless.
May God bless you indeed.